Okay, the global population is projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050. And to support the current levels of resource consumption, energy use, and waste production, according to Bell 2016, around 2.3 planets Earth would be required, and therefore, higher education institutions have a decisive impact on shaping mentalities. According to Bowen 2018, the impact of higher education in adult life has an average of 50 to 60 years after graduation, and in society, this effect can continue for centuries. Good day, everyone, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Norafiza Syed Anwar, a senior lecturer from Universiti Teknologi Mara and currently attached with Universiti Teknologi Petronas as a postdoctoral researcher. Together with me today, we will have our first series of international discourse brought to you by International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, unitE 2023. The topic for discussion this morning is Sustainable Community Development and Empowerment from Institute of Higher Learning Perspective. We are fortunate today that we have 6 panels joining us. Before we start with the discussion, please, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our panels for today. So the first panel, we have Professor Dr. Roshima Said. Prof. Dr. Roshima. Okay. Roshima Said is a professor of Universiti Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. Currently, she serves as a rector of the UiTM Kedah branch and associate fellow at the Accounting Research Institute, or better known as RE. Her research interests are corporate governance, corporate social responsibility, sustainable development, Islamic accounting, ethics, and financial criminology. She has conducted a number of research projects presented at international and national seminars and conferences and published in proceedings and journals. She also has published books and book chapters both nationally and internationally. She serves on the editorial boards of several national and international journals, including the Social Responsibility Journal for Emerald Group Publishing. Additionally, she serves on the boards of issues in social and environmental accounting, the Emerald Book Series on developments in corporate governance and responsibility, and as co-editor of the Springer Book Series on accounting, finance, sustainability, governance, and fraud theory and application. In 2012, she received an Outstanding Author Contribution Award winner from the Emerald Literary Network Awards for Excellence. In 2020, she was named one of the 300 most influential women in Islamic business and finance by Cambridge International Financial Advisory in the Women Report 2020. How are you, Prof. Roshima?
I'm fine, thank you, Dr. Fifi.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Okay, and then we have the second panel for today. Mr. Iwayan Agus Arimbawa. Can I have Mr. Agus? Is he online? Okay, let me read his bio first. Okay, Mr. Iwayan Agus Arimbawa is an assistant professor at the Informatics Department, College of Engineering, University of Mataram, Indonesia. He graduated in 2008 with a Bachelor of Engineering from the University of Mataram, Indonesia, and in 2011 with a Master of Engineering from the Gajah Mada University, Indonesia. Now, he is a PhD research student at the Department of Technology Management, Economics and Policy Program, and a member of SNU Global R&DB Center, Seoul, National University, South Korea. His field of study and research interests are among the Internet of Things and their applications, technology management, technopreneurship, and innovation ecosystem. He is also concerned about the role of universities in technology-driven regional economic developments, which has become his main research field as a professional researcher. He is also serving as the Director for Program and Operation at the S-Cube S3 SEMIC Seoul National University Sustainability Center at the University of Mataram. In cooperation with Seoul National University, the center aims to achieve sustainable regional development by empowering local communities through capacity buildings and technology supports. And then we have panel number 3, Dr. Irwan. Dr. Irwan,
Warahmatullahi
he
wabarakatuh.
received his PhD at Tohoku University, Japan, in sedimentary geology and paleontology. It was financially supported by Max Japanese government Monbukaga Gusho. I hope I pronounce it correctly, yeah, Dr. Irwan.
Yes,
Scholarship
it's correct.
in 2015 till 2018. Before that, Dr. Irwan has took his master degree in Taiwan and attached with Paris Institute of Technology. He has collaborated with many international organizations in research, such as Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, JAMSTEC, Adelphi University, New York, and Marum Center for Marine Environmental Sciences, University of Bremen, Germany, and currently serve as lecturer in University Islam Negeri UIN Mataram since 2019 and members to Indonesian Geophysics Associations. Hello, Dr. Irwan. How are
Well,
you?
thank you so much, Dr. Sarika. I'm fine, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. And then we move to the panel number 4. We have Dr. Amirosa Ria. Dr. Amirosa is the Deputy Director for Academic Incorporation in Polytechnic Pariwisata Lombok. She is also a member of Asia Pacific Institute of Event Management, Assessor for Tourism and Hospitality Certification, Certified Hospitality Educator by American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, Certified Event Planner, National Hotel Auditor, and International Certified Quantitative Researcher. She received her doctoral degree from Pajajaran University in Doctoral of Culture, Tourism, and has a vast experience in administration positions. How are you, Dr. Amirosa, right?
Great. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you all. Good
Can I call
morning.
you Dr. Amirosa or should I call you
Dr.
Dr.
Ami.
Ria? Sorry?
Only Ami, Dr. Ami.
Dr. Ami. Oh, okay. All
Nice to
right.
meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and then we move to panel number 5, Mr. Muji. Mr. Muji Juharwin currently serves as the head of Bureau Academic at Lombok Institute of Technology. He holds a degree in physics from the University of Queensland, Australia. Passionate about fostering sustainable development, Mr. Muji skillfully merges the principles of physics, engineering, and technology to affect positive change. Mr. Muji's journey boasts notable accomplishments, including spearheading initiatives like the Semoyang Industrial Village and evaluating the feasibility of the East Lombok solar power plant. His commitment extends to community-focused endeavors such as the revitalizations of the electric board project for the West Nusa Tenggara government. His interests encompass a broad spectrum ranging from energy system to IoT and AI applications, all rooted in the shared vision of harmonizing technology for sustainable progress. Muji envisions a future wherein technology and innovation harmoniously address environmental challenges, underscoring his genuine commitment to creating a better world. Mr. Muji, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you, even virtually. Okay, so we move to our panel number 6. We have Associate Professor Dr. Mahathir Ladisma Elias Awis. Okay, is an associate professor at the Faculty of Administrative Science and Policy Studies, Universiti Teknologi Mara, UITM Shah Alam Selangor, and currently serve as the Director of Community Network Center, Office of Industry, Community and Alumni, ICAN, UITM. His main role are to promote high impact community initiative and strengthen communities project through social innovation. Furthermore, he is also responsible for enhancing the sustainability of academia community collaboration through sharing expertise, knowledge, and technology transfer. Empower the university community in establishing strategic networking with community partners, non-governmental bodies, and relevant institutions. Hi, Dr. Mahathir. How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
I'm good. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I believe that we have only 5 panels for today. Oh, okay. Okay, I just received a message that Dr. Agus won't be able to join us, but inshallah we will um, continue with even though without Dr. Agus. So what we're going to have today, we will have this discussion first. Okay, I will ask a few questions to the panels, and then we will open Q&A to the audience later. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes, we are ready. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the investment in higher education is a crucial aspect in the development of a culture of sustainability. Since the organizations where there is the greatest effort in higher education have high academic knowledge and research interests and willingness to adopt and research advancement, including the ones related to SDGs. So probably I will start with our first speaker, Prof. Roshima. Maybe Prof. Roshima, you can share what have you done or the best practices from UiTM Kedah, or probably your previous experience that involve projects that focusing on sustainable community development and probably community empowerment. Prof. Roshima.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, thank you, Miss Moderator, uh, Dr. Sharifah. I call her, it's actually Dr. Fifi. First of all, I would like to express my appreciations to ICAN, UiTM, for inviting me as one of the panelists in these international discussions from forum, I can say, at the International Conference on Sustainable Development for Community Empowerment, or known as unitE 2023. First of all, when I'm looking at the conference title and also the theme, namely Sustainable Community Development and also Empowerment from Institute of Higher Learning perspective, we are looking at this Institute of Higher Learning perspective. So it becomes apparent or obvious that this topic is actually aligns with my research on the concept of community-based responsibility, can I say that? And also where this CBR is actually the community-based responsibility is on finding unique answers for each community. So and then this CBR, can I say, is actually relate with what we are going to discuss for today's forum, because this CBR is try to increase the likelihood that treatments need to be tailored to the community's specific needs and also the cultural norms, can I say that, improving their effectiveness in resolving socioeconomic issues. Okay, talking about this CBR, I'm trying to link the CBR with this with the topic that we are discussing for today's forum. So CBR is actually trying to bring the community to the forefront and try to empowerment, because you asked me about empowerment, where we need to empower individuals and we need to stimulate corporations in order to bridge the gaps, the bridge the gaps between the socioeconomic needs of disadvantaged community and what might the NGOs, the firms that can provide to them in order to address those needs. So, yes, additionally, it relates to my directly and also indirectly involvement in a campus project where we focus on fostering a sustainable community for individuals with disability, or we call this as disabled community or disabled persons. As we know that the concept of community empowerment and also sustainable communities are, can I say, strongly connected and linked with one another. So empowerment give communities, can I say, the tools and also the agency to drive their own development. And in doing so, can I say, they are more likely to adopt and promote sustainable practices, because these sustainable practices benefit not only to the current community or the members, but also to the future generations. Okay. Okay, go back to the questions that you asked me just now, Dr. Fifi, Dr. Sharifah. Can I say that the combinations of community-based responsibility, community empowerment, and also is actually focused on in my project, in our project, led by my 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 staff, which is known my staff, Encik Zaidi, Mr. Zaidi Yusuf. I'm sure Zaidi is here. Okay, because we is actually focused on disabled persons needs, because we know that this disabled persons need is essential. Why? Because we are trying to creating a sustainable and also inclusive community. So this approach, what we did is actually we are trying to make sure that disabled individuals or persons or community need to actually actively participate in so that we can shape the community's future, ensuring that it meets their needs, and also we need to respect their rights, while in other words we try to fostering a sense of belonging and also social cohesion. Okay. Okay, now what we did in Kedah, as can I say this is Kedah special project? I can say that because we are empowering the disabled community through batik making training. Can I say that? So we provide consultancy expertise, and also we also provide the advisory services in the preparations for this disabled community in marketing skill training, and also skill training plan for a design plan for batik motif development. So we also conducted series of batik workshops, and also we also plan to have what we call a study on Chepaka motif in the form of research grants and as part of this research. Okay. So the program actually trains people with disabilities where we can work with them, because we tried our best to seek employment for them, because the training is basically divided into batik chanting, and also another one is handicraft productions. So the target groups for this project is actually for disabled community and at PPDK Merbuk Kedah. So I have video I will share with all of you later about this video. And yes, when we talk about this batik making training programs, we actually has facilitated the emergence of an additional source of income for these participants, specifically the disabled persons. So the efforts is committed to we are trying to enhance the capabilities of handicapped populations by providing them a supplementary means in order for them in generating revenues. Until now, we can say that the participants have acquired, can I say, a proficient abilities in the art of making batik, in the art of batik making, and one way can enable them to produce marketable items that can cater not only local but also global markets.
Sorry, Prof, to interrupt you, but
Sorry.
I learned that you have some slides that you want to show.
Yes.
We can play
Yes.
that
Yes.
if you would
Yes.
like.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So, Secretariat. All right. Okay. You
Yes.
can continue, Doctor.
Sorry.
Mm.
Okay. So who will control the slides now?
The Secretariat will control.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay. Okay. So this is the project that I have mentioned just now, and we name it as Chempaka, and this is actually consultancy expertise and also advisory services that I have mentioned earlier. So next slide, please. So this is a collaboration between the ITM Kedah and also PPDK. The next slides, please. And yes, this PPDK or the NGOs is PPDK is an NGOs who give us in the form of research grants so that we can facilitate all those trainings in this PPDK in the form of what we call just now batik making training program. Okay. So the next slide, please. So if you look at here, this is the the first workshop in the series focuses on the conceptions and also productions of motif design, including the trainees, because we give the training to the trainees at the PPDK, where these trainees will later on will guide and also facilitate to these disabled persons. So next slides, please. So this is again the first workshop series. Next slides. And yes, we started with giving them a motif, and it started with Cempaka. Cempaka is a category of, can I say, nature of flowers in Malaysia. I think in Gunung Jerai we have this what we call Cempaka. Next. Yes, the motif design. This is the next workshop series where our staff have given them motif design development productions workshop with all these disabled persons in PPDK Merbuk trainees. Okay, next slides. Yes, we have actually come up with this batik block for batik Cempaka. And next slide, please. Yes, and this where we have tested this batik block towards to this to these disabled persons. Okay, next slides. Okay, and this is the batik canting. Okay, next slide. These are all the products that made by these disabled persons. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, this is another product. Can I say that we handicraft? They also produce the handicraft like scarf and also handkerchief and so on. Next slides, please. Okay. Yes, we also have this kind of product for, I think this is more like handicraft. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, this is one effort that our staff in UiTM Kedah have actually proposed to the PPDK. If you look at here, from the zero. Next slide, please. And we have actually bring forward these disabled persons to have these designs on the buildings. Okay, next slides. Yes, we are now currently in MOA signing preparations between UiTM Kedah branch and also PPDK. Okay, next slide, please. And we have series of discussions with the PPDK and also Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat in Northern Region area. Next slides. And we are looking forward to sign the MOA this coming September, I think 12 September, inshallah. I think that's all from me, Dr. Fifi. Next slides, please. Okay, this one is okay. Yes. Okay, thank you so far.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Akira. It's very comprehensive, and we can see that a lot of works has been done and also contributed to the community, especially for this one, the targeted communities, which is disabled community. Yeah, well done, Prof. Rashima and team. I think traditional we used to think that university is a place where teaching and researching takes place. Yeah, but now I think the role of universities has changes as the world changes, and the role of university is also changing. So we are expected to contribute to the society. So I'm not really sure how it is done in Indonesia. Is it the same with Malaysia or not? But maybe we can have Dr. Irwan to share what is the best practices that you yourself or probably your department or your university have conducted so far. Dr. Irwan? I think you are muted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Sharif.
Yeah. And if you have any slides that you want us to put on, so please tell us, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Irwan.
Wait, 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Okay. You can see it?
Mhm.
Excuse me, you can see my presentations?
Yeah, yes. It is now open.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much to UITM to invite me as panelist in this international conference. Today, I would like to discuss with you about community empowerment in mitigating earthquake potential for sustainable development of Sembalun International Tourism, Lombok, Indonesia. Mitigating earthquake is very important because if we care about how to mitigate the earthquake, we can reduce the risks from the earthquake or disaster. Because if we cannot mitigate the earthquake, maybe there is a serious problem with the economic or uh, tourism spot. Today, I would like discuss with you about one spot, international tourism in Lombok, located in Sembalun. In this figure, you can see that the view of Sembalun International Tourism. You can see that the beauty of mountain, green field, and Sembalun International Tourism also have rich cultural heritage. If you see in this map in the below figures in the below, Sembalun International Tourism located in the northeast Lombok, with in this yellow rectangle, you can see that a lot of earthquake destroyed at dot. So the earthquake occur in Sembalun International Tourism. So uh, community empowerment emerges as crucial strategy for mitigating the earthquake potential while fostering sustainable development. So we need to care about uh, how this earthquake responsible to the sustainable tourism in Sembalun. And using the concept of community empowerment, we would like to educate the local community, and this approach contribute to disaster resilience, responsible tourism practice, and the overall well-being to the region, ensuring the harmonious balance between economic growth and environmental safety. And this is the Sembalun tourism potential. This is a Sembalun Valley. And close to Sembalun Valley, we can view that the Tukelep waterfall. This waterfall is very unique. The source water from in the upper part from the river, while in the second layer, the water from the subsurface aquifer. Because this tectonic is very active, so the house face of the rock collapse is by the normal fault. So the aquifer layer is cutting and the water come out from the subsurface aquifer to be the waterfall. And also in Sembalun waterfall, because the soil is rich of mineral from the volcanic eruptions. The land is very good for agriculture, and we can find the strawberry farm in there. And also, if you want to going to the top of Volcano Rinjani, you can see that the beauty of Segara Anak Lake, and also they have a lot of uh, cultural heritage like Tendang Mendet dance, and also Presian and Gendang Bele, and also there is Bali Bele Sembalun. This is the oldest home of Sembalun peoples. And there is like Surga Rinjani Park for holiday, and for uh, healing in for people in Lombok or tourists. And how the economic benefit that sustainable tourism can bring to the community in Sembalun International Tourism. First, increase employment opportunities because by the development of sustainable tourism in Sembalun, the local people can prepare service about accommodation, restaurant, transportation, guide tour, and handicraft productions, and also income diversifications. The local people not only produce the agriculture, but they also can sell the product of agriculture, like the strawberry farms. The people who would like to enter the strawberry farm, they will find the entry 30,000. And then the entrepreneurship and small business. The local people also can sell the uh, and collaboration with the hotel, how to make a catering, business catering to service the tourists. And next, infrastructure development. Because as demand for tourism related to service increase, infrastructure development became necessity. This include road improvement, sanitation facility, energy system, and communication network. Thus, enhancements benefit both the local population and visitors, creating more attractive destinations. And the last one, cultural preservation and heritage. And sustainable tourism value and preserve the local culture and heritage, encourage visitors to engage with authentic experience. This foster pride within the community, motivating them to maintain their tradition and ways of life, which can also be monetized through cultural events and activities. And this is the earthquake potential in Sembalun because Lombok located between two big megathrust fault. In the southern part, this is South megathrust fault, and in northern part, there is a Flores back arc thrust fault. This back arc thrust fault and megathrust fault produce a lot of the fault zone in Sembalun area. This is the Sembalun area. And you can see that it's very big fault, strikingly fault in Sembalun. It cut the Sembalun. In the eastern part, the age of rock we have identified is 4,400 years, while in the western part is the uh, 2000. The rock age is 2,000 years old. So the gap between western part and eastern part is really high, 2,000 years and 400,000 years. This fault zone, if we earthquake occur, they will really uh, risk for the people, local people, and tourists. So we need to mitigate how to anticipate this earthquake potential. You can see this one because a lot of the earthquake hypocenter distribute in Sembalun area. And by the focal mechanism, you can see that how the type of fault which generate the earthquake. This is mostly the strike slip fault. And this is the view when the earthquake occurred in 2018. Almost a lot of the home in Sembalun area is collapsed. So the people stay in the camp in the Sembalun Valley. You can see like in the bottom figures for the 2 months. It's very long time he stay in this camp because they feel trauma and uh, feel trauma and uh, feel uh, how to say he feel trauma and fear to stay at home. So they build like a small camp in the field. That's why the mitigations is really important to sustainable development in Sembalu International Tourism, to risk reduction and safety, because good mitigation strategy like earthquake resistance building code, early warning system, and evacuation plan can significantly reduce the impact of seismic event, saving lives and minimizing injury. And the second one, protection of infrastructure. Earthquake can damage critical structure, including road, bridge, utilities, and communication network. By the mitigation, by the mitigation of this earthquake, we can design good infrastructure. Tourist confidence, because if tourists knows how the potential of the earthquake, they will know how to save themselves. And safeguarding investment. Tourists and local residents invest in accommodation, business, and properties. Earthquake mitigation measure protect this investment from potential damage, preserving economic stability and minimizing financial loss. And then continuity of service. In the aftermath of an earthquake, essential services such as healthcare, transportation, and communication disrupted. Mitigation, mitigation strategies ensure that continuity of the service, facilitating timely response recovery effort. In the long term, by safeguarding lives and property, the strategy create foundation for the continued growth of the tourism industry and contribute to the overall well-being of the community, positioning Sembalun as secure and attractive destination for years to come. Uh,
Okay, Dr. Roy.
I cannot control my
Move to,
PowerPoint.
oh, okay.
All right. Okay. Okay, and this is the Sembalun local community involvement. The local community in Sembalun International Tourism plays significant role in earthquake mitigation effort. So we need to their active participation, knowledge, and commitment are essential for the successful implementation of effective strategies to reduce risk. So I with my team try to educate the local people how the potential of the earthquake in Sembalun, and then a local contextual understanding, like community members post intricate knowledge about the local environmental, geography, historical event, and vulnerability. Local knowledge help identify area prone to landslide, liquefaction, and structural weakness. That we have done. We give like training and a small workshop with the local people how the disaster potential in Sembalun area. And then rapid response and evacuation. A community that is well informed and practiced in disaster response is more likely to react promptly during the earthquake. Their familiarity with evacuation route and assembly point can expedite the safe evacuation of residents and visitors. Effective communication. During the earthquake, local community can ensure that everyone is informed and knows what action to take, minimizing confusion and panic. And then the last one, we need to implement it of structural measure. In area prone the earthquake, the infrastructure is common mitigation strategy. We need to build the safe uh, the safe infrastructure to reduce the risk of uh, uh, people and anything. This is what we have done. We in this we have educam series for Sembalun with Geopark Rinjani Lombok. workshop, training session, and educational campaign that empower Sembalun local people and Sembalun tourism community group to respond effectively during the earthquake. We educate the students from the elementary school, junior high school, and elementary school. I also talk with the top leader of Sembalun how to educate the people, how to train the people, local people to care with the earthquake, to save their family during the earthquake, and to save the tourists during the earthquake. And also, I talk with and discuss with the community group in Sembalun to give knowledge about the history of the earthquake in Sembalun and how the potential of the earthquake in Sembalun area. And this is the building resilient infrastructure. We call it RISA. This is designed by the government for earthquake safety in Sembalun. The architecture is totally is different with the common home. Usually, the common home in Lombok they dig hole uh, 1 meter or 2 meters, and the foundation put in the hole. But in Risa home design, they do not need to dig. They do not dig the hole, but the foundation in the top layer of soil. So when the earthquake, the foundation not broken, so the wall can save, and the people maybe is more safety in this home. This is the figures, and the government have built a lot of home because during the earthquake 2018, lot of home collapsed.
Mm.
And this is the cultural preservation in Sembalun International Tourism. They have this is the uh, like ritual local of Sembalun, Nyentulak ceremony. Nyentulak ceremony is due to rejecting disaster like earthquake, virus, and so on. And then the second one is ritual adat ngayu ayu. In ritual adat ngayu-ayu, they collect water from certain spring water around the Sembalun with the aim to protecting ancestral spirit and maintaining the integrity of the Sembalun land. During the ngayu-ayu ritual, the government should be calm, should be attend, and also the top leader of the clan like top leaders, Bayan top leader, and Sembalun top leader should be joined. In the past, Sajang top leader, Bayan top leader, and Sembalun top leader is one group, but on the time they broken. So in ritual ngayu-ayu, they should together to save the Sembalun land. And this is collaboration between the local authority, NGO, and international organization to build the sustainability tourism in Sembalun area. This is geopark activity with the UNESCO Global Geopark, because Sembalun is one spot area with certified by the UNESCO Global Geopark to be the international tourism. This is the collaboration between all element, government, police, and medical, and all element in the West Nusa Tenggara province collaborated to develop the Sembalun International Tourism. And also from the this is the vice president Professor Nakada. Professor Nakada is vice president of UNESCO Global Geopark from Japan. And future sustainability, this is the long-term vision for Sembalun sustainable tourism development. In Sembalun tourism, you can apply the bicycle on the air, and we can see that the beauty of villa and beauty of land, beauty of farm, beauty of field for healing, And in the year of 2040, Sembalun stand becomes sustainable tourism excellence, where the harmonious coexistence of natures, culture, and community thrives. The long-term vision for Sembalun sustainable tourism development envision in destination that showcase its breathtaking landscape, celebrate its rich heritage, ensure the well-being of both residents and visitors. In the end, the connection between community empowerment, earthquake mitigation, and sustainable tourism in Sembalun is synergistic relationship that foster holistic development and resilience in destination. Community empowerment involve actively engaging a local resident in decision making, education, and skill building. This is empower community plays significant role in earthquake mitigation effort by leveraging their intimate knowledge on the area to implement effective strategy. In the context of sustainable tourism in Sembalun international tourism, community empowerment ensure that tourism benefits are equitable distributed, enabling economic growth and diversification. Okay, thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Irwan. So I think it is an impressive project, yeah, because not only you empower the community, but you come up with mitigation for the earthquake, yeah. So
Yes.
this definitely is sustainable, and a good example of sustainable tourism excellence. But I wonder if do you have any plan to do this other than in Sembalun?
Yes, we have a plan. I have collaborated with the we call it BMKG, Badan Meteorologi Geofisik. I have collaborated with them to uh, to to analyze the earthquake potential in the future in Sembalun area. Maybe this research I will publish as soon
Mhm.
about our result collaboration with Badan Meteorologi and Geofisika of Mataram. And also, we collaborated with the Badan Penanggulangan Bencana Daerah in Lombok to
Mhm.
uh, how to uh, how to manage the potential of the disaster in Sembalun area.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Iwan. So, as I read, yeah, Indonesia, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. In Indonesia, the involvement of the university lecturers and also students in village business partners are encouraged by the government. So, when I read the profile of Mr. Muji, I found that Mr. Muji work together probably contributed in Semoyang village, yeah, in the Semoyang village project. So maybe Mr. Muji, you can explain a little bit on that project, or probably whatever you project that you have done, your best practices from your department or from your universities to the participants of this for this discussion today. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sharifah, for the change. Thank you, University Teknologi Mara, and thank you, ICAN, for giving me a chance to share in this beautiful event. I like this kind of event, so maybe we can do it every month, so we can share the best uh, in every world. I have a presentation sent this morning. Uh,
Uh, I think they will. It's already here.
okay. uh, I would like to share to you guys as a university. For Dr. Iwan, it's the project by Dr. Iwan and team. And for me, I would like to present something that have done by LITS Broad, because I'm the Bureau of Academic, so I control the academic process, and we can like make the university become a part of community, not spirit the university and the community from the academic approach. So this is what I want to share to you guys in this morning. So here in the first picture, the very first picture is the project done by a university member from the food technology to help the farmer during the harvesting time, when the tomatoes price like plumb to the bottom, and they try to save the farmer. So because not because we are different from the community, because we are part of community and we are responsible to empowering the community. This the first picture, and fortunately, this small, really small movement changed the price of tomatoes. So you can guys know that the power of university actually is so huge in our community, and I will try to explain the reason why the university have uh, very huge power in our community. Next, please. Okay, here is our background of movement actually. For your information, guys, that the Lombok Institute of Technology is actually a new university in Lombok Island. We just operate 1 year, so in 1 year we do a lot of things. Alhamdulillah. Our background is we see that despite of our natural resources is uh, so the potential is so huge, but the inhabitant in our island, especially in Lombok Island, still face the economic challenge. So many people live in poor condition, and they live really struggle with the economic. Even they really struggle to find what they want to eat for tomorrow. And the second reason why we move is the natural resources mostly concentrated in the village, but the educational amnesty, the educational facilities tend to be concentrated in urban areas. For example, in Indonesia, you can find a lot of university in Java Island. Even in Lombok Island, you can find a lot of university in Mataram City. So there is a gap between university and the village, the natural resources, and the center of knowledge, and that's make like there is a gap between the community. We have like a good, very good university, world class university in Indonesia, but the world class university still live our community. For example, the people in the village still live in a very poor condition. That's very ironic. And here is the third picture, is the example of economic constraint that hinder rural access to higher education. And thousands of child in Lombok Island become labor and cannot pursue their education because the economic problem. So that's the reason why we are established Lombok Institute of Technology. And here, what we have done. Next slide, please. Next slide.
Next.
Okay. Okay. As a part of community, we in the academic level, we set the rule that the community is our class. So classroom will never limit our movement. So our student not learning in the classroom right now, but instead of learning only in the classroom, sitting down in the chair, on the chair, and like listening to the lecturer speaking up, we send them to learn directly from the farmer. They try to observe everything. They try to ask the farmer what happened in their area, what the problem, etc. So they can contextualizing everything that happened around them to the real knowledge in the university. So we do like live learning. So we send the student to learn directly from the community, especially in eastern side of Lombok, in East Lombok, because our location in East Lombok. So they learn directly to the farming field and ask the farmer what happening here, what's the problem. And we send the student to help small industry. So small industry in Lombok Island, we have like thousands of small industry, but almost all of in the industry in Lombok Island just work as usual. So they get only what they can use for live in that day. You see, like industry should be like life saver for everybody, but in Lombok Island, industry only what they say like a side job for them. Sometimes not really helping their life because the technology, the knowledge of the people is not enough to boost the industry into big size and to make it a better industry. That's why we encourage our students to make the innovation for villager. So our class focus on solving the problem that occur on our environment. So their exam question is, what will you build? What will you create for our community? And they come up with innovation for villager. In this picture, I give you the example of food dehydrator that built by the student from everything that they can find in their environment. And it can help the community to build a new industry to sell the leaf in here, uh, kefir leaf that used to in cooking in Lombok Island. So they build something, and the resources from the community, they have like a lot of plant, and they can dry the leaf and they can sell it and they can improve their living from this small project. And we try to solve the problem, and because in our community there are a lot of problems but nobody will solve it, so the university should be there to solve the problem itself. And we encourage our students to go directly to the problem, find the formula to solve the problem, and they solve it. In here, they try to measure the water, the, uh, the potential of water in Lenek, because there is a village in Lombok Island called Lenek. They have waterfall, but their farming area is still like under problem because the waterfall can't be used to watering the farming area because the person. So they try to measure things and they formulate the problem, the solver for the problem, and they come up with the solution. And that's what we encourage our students. So instead of force them to answer mathematic problem in the class and they're stressful because of that, we send them to solve the real problem, to measure everything, to calculate everything real life. So we don't need to make the exam question for them because our nature already have the exam question. And we also try to do community empowerment by sending our students to in Semoyang village, because in Semoyang village our government want to make it as industrial village. So our university, Lombok Institute of Technology, moved as the first university to send all of the resources to this village to study the potential, the problem, to study the social, and we make a move over there, and we some of our technology in that the student built in the university use in the village to support the industry in this village right now. This industrial village still under process and still progressing right now, and our student over there still helping people to build this industrial village. So this is our approach as a part of community, because we are community itself. So separating our student from community is like bringing a new problem for us. So instead of make them focus on the class, we send them back to their own community, because if you see the student over there in the last picture, that are the student from Semoyang village. So in Semoyang village, the Semoyang student should back to their village to solve the problem in their village. So they study about the economic they study about the potential, they study about the land, and they make like a composter to make a better farming area over there. And some of our students helping people in Semoyang, because this year there is like a rain happened during a summer that make the tobacco in Semoyang village, almost in Lombok Island, all of them die. But our student make something like a small innovation, just using bio charcoal to save the farmer over there, and it works. That's the power of university, actually. So it's not like only doing uh, a frontier science in research, but actually we already have the science, and this university have a power because we have a student that we can send back to their village, to their community, to build their own community. And because we rule it in the academic level, they cannot what we say, they cannot avoid that one. So there is no reason to not going back to their community. That's what we find the power of university. So next slide, please. So this is our key strategy. So we take the initiative instead of waiting for people to come to us, asking for help. We take the initiative. We ask people. We offer the help. We offer helps, and we try to sit down with people, especially in the village. So we sit down with the because we already have like 20 plus village as our partner. So we sit down with the head of the village and we discuss what the problem, and we try to offer the what to say, we try to offer the help. Instead, because we are small, we are a new university in Lombok Island, our staff is so limited. Sometimes we out of people to do a lot of things, but we try to still offer helps for them, because we know that most of our community viewing academic as an untouchable elite in Indonesia. So if you go to university, then you are separated from the rest of the community. So people will see you as like an elite that cannot be touched. That's why we have to approach them first, ask them for help, and discuss with them what the problem. And we discuss what the problem in our class. So then we actively extend assistance, working alongside them and employing them to address the real world problems, because sometimes we only only guessing what the real problem are, but we don't really know what the problem. Sometimes we offer a technology, but they don't use the technology. So you can go to all village in Lombok Island and you will find at least one technology that doesn't use at all anymore, because that's not suitable for the people. So what we are going to do, what we are doing right now is approaching them, asking them what they want and what they need, and we make something that they can use. And now we are also pursuing the collaboration with Rumah Senja and to empower the community in Lombok Island, especially IoT-based farming. That's a very simple technology. Everybody knows that technology already everywhere in the world, IoT-based farming, but you will not find any in Lombok Island actually. That's why we have to encourage our students to collaborate with everybody in Lombok and bring the technology uh, to the applicable to our community. And we believe that students are integral member of the community. So learning from it to comprehend real challenge. At the university, we try to contextualize the issues through STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths in order to devise solution. So this process serves as the true test for the student. So you will not find the final exam in LIT, because the final exam is the presentation of what they are bring to the community. So knowledge foundation is life. So we believe that classroom shall never sever this connection. So what we are doing as the academic in the curriculum role. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, this is the curriculum approach. So actually, our government, Indonesian government, already make Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka program, and we believe that's a very powerful tools for university right now to move like freely. We free from our class. We free from the border of our university and go to the community worldwide. So we encourage our students to do research in the first semester. So the first semester we learn through the research base, because this is a very applicable for the student with like diverse knowledge. If you teach the student that graduate in 2011 and you combine them with the graduate student who graduate 2021, their knowledge is so different. But research will make them in the same page, and we encourage students to do like project, like their own project. And here the second picture was the Shell Eco Marathon, Asia Pacific Shell Eco Marathon for the student. So they are actually now in the second semester of their university, and they can build the electric vehicle. And if we explain them in the class, nobody will understand what's the electric vehicle. But if we ask them to build, they built one, and they successfully built one. And that's uh, what we believe, and we encourage them to do. We don't judge them with mathematics right now, because mathematics tend to make them stressful in the class. But they already use mathematics in building their own vehicle. So that's a very applicable knowledge. And they do the internship here. They build the solar power plants, like 1K solar power plant for building. And they do it by themselves, and they are really happy to do it, and they skillfully build it, even from planning until installing, until everything is on. And yeah, we are happy to teach them like this, and we are not like burdened by a lot of presentation in the class, because you just need to guide them. You do this one this way. And that's the power of a university that I believe that all of everybody in this world can do. And we encourage students to do business, because we don't want to make like our students after graduating from university, they become a new burden for the community. They cannot do anything. So we encourage them to do business from the first year, the very first year. And here they build like a nugget for stunting. So they and their product actually bought by Dinas Perindustrian in NTB province to solve the stunting problem in our government. So this kind of project done by the student can bring like a province level solution. And we encourage our students to, when during their holiday, to do community service. So here, our student, one of our student doing the community service, teaching English for the for like a teen and for children in his own village. And we really encourage our students to focus on their own village, not in the other village, because they will come back to their own village later on, and they will become part of the community in their own village. So they do this kind of project, and now this student become like in Indonesia we say pemuda pelopor, the initiative student for NTB province. He's the winner, the first winner of pemuda pelopor in NTB province this year. This is small, but we believe it brings a big impact for community. Okay, next please. And here our challenge. Maybe it looks smooth, but we have challenge. The first from the student. Our student post diverse ability, but knowledge and learning skill, because we accept student not by the mathematics skill, but they want to learn or not. So sometimes when teaching about
Mr. Muji, sorry
yeah,
that I have to stop you. Okay, we will discuss on the issue and challenges later. Actually, I
okay,
have a lot of questions for you. Okay, but let us hear from Dr. Ami first. Okay, because I can see that Dr. Ami, you have quite impressive CV. Yeah, you are also the assessor for this national tourism, yeah, in sorry, in Indonesia, yeah. And then you're also involved in a lot of certifications for the tourism industry in Indonesia. So maybe Dr. Ami, you can probably share what you have done, and probably the best practice that your university have done before.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharifah. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I think the presentations from the panelists before is very interesting, from Professor Rosima and also from Dr. Muji and also Dr. Irwan. Actually, we are from the same area in Lombok. We are the same province in West Nusa Tenggara Barat. So I think it will be very interesting that we will discuss regarding this province with the other perspective of community development. First of all, I would like also to give thanks to the organizer for the invitation, especially for Professor Muhadir that invite me as one of the panelists of this international conference. All right, next slide, please. For today, we will discuss regarding sustainable community development and empowerment from Institute of Higher Learning perspective. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Lombok Tourism Polytechnic, or we call it Polytechnic Pariwisata Lombok, is one of institutions under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So we are not under the Education Ministry. We are under the Tourism and Creative Economy Ministry, but we still collaborated or make any collaboration with Education Ministry. And we have 6 institutions under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy in Bandung, Bali, Makassar, Medan, and the youngest one here in Lombok. As we are in Lombok, next slide please. In Indonesia, we have 5 super priority tourism destinations. The first one is Danau Toba in North Sumatra, and then Borobudur in Java, Likupang in Sulawesi, Labuan Bajo, and also we have Mandalika here in our province in West Nusa Tenggara Barat. As we are under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, so we have a responsibility to develop these super priority destinations Mandalika in West Nusa Tenggara Barat. Other than we have also some responsibility to the other province, like in Kalimantan Utara, North Kalimantan, or Borneo, Central Kalimantan, and also Maluku and Maluku Utara. Next slide, please. The background of these discussions is West Nusa Tenggara Province as one of super priority destinations in Indonesia. As we are under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, we have tasks or responsibility to develop these destinations, where this is the purposes why Polytechnic Pariwisata Lombok built in this province. As we are in Indonesia, we have role of the university. We call it Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi. That we are not just only educate the students inside our institutions, but we also have to make research and community services. This is important for us to make it good in Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi. And then next slide, please. For the community services, we know that we also believe that we have to develop not only for the external marketing to gain the people come to our destination, but also we have to encourage our people here in our destination to be ready to be like from Mr. Muji also said before, that we have an economic challenge maybe here in some area, that especially like in Mandalika, we develop this area as become the tourism destinations, but in fact there is still some challenge that the people or the community has to be ready to become the host of the tourism destination that will welcome the tourists who come to the destinations. That's why we have to strengthen the internal marketing of the people or the community of our destinations, and then we gain the external marketing to develop our market. So there will be interactive marketing that will make the guests will satisfied who come to our destinations, and the people here inside our destination will have prosperous also for the sustainability of our destinations. Next slide, please. So we are here as the stakeholders from the education institution. We have to collaborate with the company, with the customers, and also for providers to develop our community so it can be sustainable for the development of the tourism as Mandalika as a tourism destinations. Next slide, please. The sectors of the stakeholders tourism that we have to get involved to be together to develop our destinations comes from governments, academicians, industry, media, and community. Each elements will have their own role or some regulation that can be supported each others. Like here in Lombok, the example of these discussions I take from the capacity building that we held to the people or to the society around the Mandalika, where the government built their house to become homestay, or we call it sarana hunian pariwisata. The government built the houses of the community as become homestay. It's around 380 homestay for the community to become a homestay. The challenge is the owner of the homestay do not know how to service the guests, and then our institution, Lombok Tourism Polytechnic, as the part of Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, make it some community development to bring them knowledge, expertise, and skills to get ready to be the host of the tourists who come to the homestay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the challenge that in 2018 that we call it Sarhunta or homestay that built in this area or Mandalika area. We have international events called MotoGP. Maybe all of you know about MotoGP events, and also World Superbike that held in Mandalika. So it means there will be more tourists come to these destinations, and the challenge is the accommodation. That's why the reason of the government built the houses to become the homestay for the tourists. Next slide, please. Yeah. Here we have videos that will show you how our institution develop the skills of the owner of the or the community as the owner of the homestay to get knowledge and skills how to be the host of the as the host of for the tourism. Please click the play tumbles before. Yes, the right one, please. Please click the videos, operator.
The play button, Dr. Hannah.
Yeah, the play button, yes. Operator, please play the button.
I think
Push the play
there's a
button.
problem with the video, Dr. Ami.
Yes, or you can click under the yellow line, please. There is you can also we have two buttons with the red one or in.
I think both of the buttons that cannot be played. Okay, they cannot even click on the buttons, but it's okay. I think we can just proceed with your presentation, and later, if they can click on that, we will inform you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharifa and all. Hopefully, it could be bring some information regarding the collaborations between our institutions and all the ministry to build our super tourism destinations. That some things that I would like to give some strengthen that we can develop our destination by collaboration, not only with our institutions, like here in Mandalika Tourism Super Priority Destinations. We have collaboration not only Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, but we call it also in this program Kementerian PUPR or Public Works and Public Housing, and also we call it Kemenko Marves, Investasi Ministry of Indonesia. So I think to develop our destination and make it sustainable to our community, we have to be together with all stakeholders. The next slide, please. Each stakeholders plays a role in creating sustainable tourism in the destinations. Application of the concept of strengthen the internal ecosystem for the welfare of society, interactive marketing carried out by the community that supports quality tourism, superior human resources, and competitive prosperous. I think that's all from me. Thank you that we could then see the videos. Thank you so much for the attention. Good morning.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ami. So I think we move next to Associate Professor Dr. Mahathir. Yeah, I think Dr. Mahathir, your role is probably different from the others as you are the Director for Community Network Center, yeah, where you will look at all the activities in UITM from different faculties, from different branches. So we can say that your role as a director is different compared to probably other panels for today. So you may want to share with us what you have done, what you are doing, or probably what you look at the as the best practices that we UITM have conducted so far. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Fifi. So I'm calling Dr. Fifi as well. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunities as to become panels of the international discourse. All right. As what Dr. Fifi mentions about my role probably is slightly different with the other panelists. But to understand further, because I'm coming from the Community Network Center, which responsible to provide some strategic direction to universities to what extent we can design, implement, and evaluate high impact project. Okay, so next slide, please. So, but I will show some next the what you call the strength of UITM. Okay, so I think all the members panels from Nusa Tenggara Barat already seen the slide, but I do modifications in terms of the current data. Okay, mentions about UITMs are very big. So we have more than 18,000 members of staff. We have more than 180,000 students. We have more than 1 million graduate. Then in terms of numbers of faculty and branch campuses, we have one main campus in UITM Shah Alam. We have 13 branch campuses. We have 21 satellite campuses, and we have 30 in total, 34 in total of campuses. But what actually our strength here, by looking into these numbers, we have what you call advantage in terms of number. And looking into the data of community project last year, UITM managed to get to register 1,494 projects. Okay, out of 1,494 projects, only 304 projects were registered or applied for high impact project, which only 20%. But this is another what you call strength about UITM. We have numbers, and we also can actually benefiting with this kind of strength. Okay, next element. By looking into this statistic and figure. Next slide. So as the office who are responsible in providing some strategic directions, so we in community network centers come up with new initiative. We call it KASI UITM. So KASI UITM is representing knowledge or representing knowledge transfer, social innovation, engage, and research helix. So the KASI UITM actually representing the what I call academic approach on the way we're approaching the community. So the KASI actually is in a soft way to tackle the community by showing our true hearts, engaging with the community. Okay, next slide. By having KASI UITM, we actually wanted to transform from the community service into community engagement, and the last result is to looking into the community empowerment. Okay. So these are the KASI characteristic. So we have include 5 different KASI characteristic. The first one is must be have element of knowledge transfer. So any project of community must include element of knowledge transfer. By looking into UITM as a high learning institution, so definitely we must transfer the knowledge to the community. So talking about knowledge transfer, looking into UITM, we have more than 500 academic program. So definitely we can transfer different types of knowledge to the community. Okay. The second element is a long-term project. The project must be designed in terms long-term project, not as one-off project. Okay. The third component on research element, Each project of community must be include element of research. The most easiest way of including to include the element research by looking into pre and post analysis. So providing some element and do analysis before and after the project was done. And the fourth component, which quadruple helix, meaning we must invite our partners. So partners can be coming from industry, government agencies, NGO, even the community itself. Okay, and the last one must be having elements of positive impact. The positive impact meaning the community can give positive feedback towards the project community implementation. Okay, next. Then how are we going to ensure that each community project can benefit the institution as well the individual? For the institutions, we provide some platform of the promotional. So we're giving recognitions and reward for every achievements of high impact community project. Okay, but in terms of institutionals, we provide some platform by giving impactful and meaningful data of high impact community project that can benefit for the ranking of universities. In UITM, we have two different types of ranking that we have subscribed, which on the national level, we call it MIRA, which academic assessment of universities. And then we have STARA. And for international level, I think this one is worldwide unknown, which for QS World University Ranking and TH Impact Ranking and also UI Green Metrics. UI Green Metrics actually coming from one institution who do the ranking measurement from Indonesia. So we also subscribe on the one of the what we call ranking measurements and to provide platforms of UITM to measure in terms of the ranking of universities. Okay. Next slide. Probably I can share some achievement of UITM. Okay, looking into what we have achieved now, although not specifically from the community project, but actually the apart from the small portion of the achievement actually coming from the element of sustainability of the high impact project. Okay, for example, in this case, we have the QS SDG, which looking into the achievement, current achievement of UITM. From at the moment, we have reached at 651 until 7,000 band of UITM. And then we also have the rank of 110 to 120 worldwide for the impact ranking of UITM in 2023. Next slide. And we also have, this one is about the also on SDG on EQS. So we have achievement become 14% of QS under AUR 2023, and then we also achieving on the band number 4 in Malaysia, 361 until 380 band in worldwide on the university ranking on sustainable 2023. Okay, so what actually important at this point by looking into the ranking and how this ranking is benefiting the individual by is actually another important task that we need to ensure that every staff, academic and non-academic, are benefiting from this kinds of high impact community project. Okay, next. All right, this one will be, I stop on the third question. Yeah, so I think that's all, Dr. Fifi, if I can share with all the audience. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. M. So I think joining us now is Dr. Agus. So Dr. Agus, maybe you can share briefly what is your project, okay, what is the best practice in your university, and what are the issues and challenges that you yourself or the university has for that project.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Ms. Sarifa. Especially me, who, this is our, this what we want to deliver today is about community services at UNRAM. Please next. Okay, like other universities in Indonesia, the community services is a part of three pillars of the universities. We have, other than that, of course, we have educations, we have research, and also community services. So interaction between that is actually it is quite
uh, quite long way story that is never changed now, but now we are trying to do something else with sustainabilities in mind, in our mind. Please next. Yeah, this is actually what we have done in UNDRAM in the scope of our university. The our funding is relatively stable in this last years, and also the involvement of the lecturers to the community services also slightly higher, because maybe we have more lecturers nowadays. We have yeah, we have more lecturers nowadays. So in this, because this is the pillars of our thoughts, the main thoughts of the universities, we do this. All of the lecturers needed to do at least one community services project every year. So we have a lot of project, a lot of programs, but kindly it is in a very small scales. So UNDRAM has some of the programs like UNDRAM Mengabdi and the faculty services programs. Also, the each of the faculty member has its their own programs, and also we have Bina Desa, which is village empowerment, that is focusing on the village empowerment. We send also students. This is compulsory for the students to go to the villages and start their community services program in the village. So we also have business incubator programs and enhance the economic ecosystems with the societies as well. We have some product that also related to our research. Mostly the research is like how to utilize our uh, like natural resource to be more sustainable, and as well as helping the communities to help with their issues. So our, because of we are like our location is in West Nusa Tenggara. Our focusing area also in the West Nusa Tenggara. We divide the location into five locations, which is number one is around Rinjani uh, Techno Park, like site. Um, Around that, we have Mandalika, which is new economic, it's just special economic zones nowadays. We have eastern part of Lombok, and we in Sumbawa we have Teluk Saleh, which is mostly known as tourisms and also some maritime issues. And in the east, we have Komodo, around Komodo Islands, and it's all of them like mostly related to tourism foremost and agriculture. In a way that we approach to the solutions of the for the society. Next, please. Um, Next slide, please. Yeah, maybe this part of presentation we will answer the question number three, but what I want to focusing on the question number two, it's what we facing the problem that we face during our program, mostly come from uh, the funding, of course. So in terms to make sustainable programs or sustainable, yeah, because the term of sustainability we have here is not only the environmental sustainability, but also economic sustainabilities and socially sustainability. The sustainable of the programs also remaining remaining a huge challenge. How to make the program sustains and how to give some value to the society so they can just run the program automatically by themselves. Uh, Not only depending on our programs is also huge challenges for us. So maybe that's the most challenges that we have. But one solutions that we want to we used to overcome this is by building some platform or sustainability platform. Not only that platform is just a program, the platform itself needs to be sustainable. So we think about how to run the platform not only by university monies or from internal source of funding. We want to have a platform that we can have more source of funding from the others, and also source of funding from the economic run the economic itself. So we need to try to see the sustainability not in only for the environmental sustainability, but all of that based on economic problems. So we need to solve some economic sustainabilities of from those of our problems. Maybe
Okay,
that's
thank
all.
you. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Agus. So, can we come back to Mr. Muji? Just now, when you explained about your project, I learned that your university is only 1 year old, right? So, I mean, the way you run your university are quite different, and it's quite interesting for me as well. So, what are the issues and challenges faced by your university in conducting all these community development programs?
Okay, I actually already summarized some of the challenges in the slide, in the last slide. If you can share it, so it can be easily understood by. Okay, this one. So few challenges actually, but actually a lot of challenges. But here is the summarize from the student perspective. Our student possess diverse ability, both knowledge and learning skill. That's the first, very first challenge. When we build this university, we believe that everybody should get the same change of education. But in the junior high school and the senior high school, they don't get the same level of education, because Indonesian education right now, post of the corona pandemic, there are a lot of things happened, and some students don't even know the simple things and come to our university. That's the very challenging for us to bring the class in the first time. So giving them in the same page during the learning process is really take a lot of considerable for us, a lot of what we say, a lot of effort from the lecturer. That's the first. The second, the majority of our students come from low income communities. So Lombok Island, most of us are low to middle income communities, and most of the students in our university comes from low income community, because our university located in the village, unlike next to Rinjani Mountain, so far from the cities, and most of the student from the village itself with the low income parent, and sometimes they don't have even a job. Their parents don't have job, so they don't have money to pay tuition fee or whatever the money for university purpose, for educational purpose. But fortunately, the founder of Lombok Institute of Technology provides full scholarship for all students. So 130 students under his scholarship. So that's a very they are very lucky to have uh, uh, Ustadz Suryadi Jayapurnama in their side. So because of the economic and social problems, several students drop out due to this a lot of reason. Some getting married, like during the first year of university, they get married. They don't want to get married, but the culture say they have to get married because something happened. For example, like there is like what's say merari. If you learn about Merari in Lombok, if you already take the woman and you cannot go back to your home, you have to get married. That's actually some challenge for us, and some of our students cannot afford for transportation. They come from like a village, like in the very eastern side of the Lombok, and they cannot afford for transportation. And when they want to live in here, they don't have money to buy food or to live in like housing campus. So that's very unfortunate for them. And for the lecturer, because our staff number is very small right now. It's not like UITM, like thousand of people over there. We are only like less than 100, less than 20. So we have like 20 plus village that we have to care, but our number is only 15. So sometimes we run out of people to take care of the village. Uh, and then the facility, because we have a very huge room in this area, our primary facility like my workshop, it's not done yet, but we already have a workshop to build like let's say electric vehicle or whatever it is, and we have like a small kitchen for technology to make their own food for people. And sometimes you see in the previous slide that our student like doing the project just on the mat, not on the table but on the mat. That's the challenge that we face right now, because we are only 1 year university. So maybe better things will come later. And we hope that there is collaboration from UITM and University of Mataram and Poltekpar and Mataram. So we can do a lot of things together, and together we can be more powerful, I think.
Inshallah,
Thank
inshallah.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Muji. So the challenges mostly come from the students, the lecturers, and also the facilities. Yeah, but what about among the community? Maybe Dr. Iwan, you can share from your side when you come out with this earthquake mitigation workshops. What are probably the problems or challenges coming from the community that you have encountered so far, Dr. Iwan? Dr. Irwan, I think you are muted.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharifah. Um, the challengings for our program is exactly how to collect all the people, the local people, to join our training and also to join our workshop. Exactly, we have done meeting with the top leader of the local people to communicate our program. That is our way, because when the top leader talk, they will following. That is the method that we have done. So the first, before we done the uh, training, we should meet the top leader first. And tomorrow we will make like some sort training for earthquake mitigation or earthquake educations. For senior high school or junior high school is easy. Just join with the headmaster of school, no problem. But the challenging on the local people, yeah, because they also busy in agriculture. They
Correct.
busy to going to the field. But when the top leader talk, they will follow. It's easy. Yeah. I think so.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Irwan. So, Dr. Ami, when you presented just now, you mentioned that the way the community development, community empowerment works, it needs a collaboration, yeah, from the government, from the academicians, the industry, the media, and also the community, yeah. So, in order to bring this stakeholders, we call it the ecosystem players, what are your strategies, what you have done, or probably you can share um, what is the best way for us to engage them to work together in the ecosystem.
Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. Maybe something that make us have the good communications with among our stakeholders, because we are under the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So maybe it is one of our advantage. That's why we once we invite them to come to our institutions, they will come. Or if we would like to see them in such as for the head of the villages, we come to the villages, we make appointment, then we will discuss, or we invite, we call it Pokdarwis here, like association for the society to develop the tourism in their area. They will come. Maybe this is one of the advantage that we come from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So if they have some events, they will invite us to bring them, to support them, like as for the as the consultant, or to support them, such as with the how to create an events, or to provide food and beverages, or to make some culinary art, something like that. It makes the collaboration or the communication among the government or with the society, with the community is very good. And we have also, like for the media, we also have services like for develop the hospitality of the reporter, such as for the media. We have also programs to develop the hospitality, not only for the community, but also with the other partners or stakeholders, such as for media, or from the police, not only for the community. Dr. Sharifah.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Abu. As for Prof. Roshima, because your target community are among the disabled community, yeah. So how do you convince the stakeholders, the ecosystem players in Kedah?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. So for today's discussions, the exclusive focus will be on the batik training plan designed for disabled community. So I will relate this training with your questions just now. So moving towards what we call disability inclusions actually provides insights into how disability actually the importance of this disability perspective may be incorporated into policies, laws, services, and also programs, and also the essential elements that we need to have so that we can go for sustainable and also inclusive growth and also developments of societies. So in the first 3 months of COVID, I think in the year 2020, COVID-19 spread globally and also claimed thousands of lives daily. Can I say that? So this scenario was actually the starting point for the disaster preparedness and also business continuity plans. So go back to your question. So the business should not, the responsible parties should not unthinkingly adopt whatever methods is now in demand. So they now should focus their efforts on fulfilling the community needs, particularly those in the less fortunate community members in their area. So can I say that we know that these disabled persons, they may need more focus, because their needs is more on focus on the short-term survival and also socio-economic growth, and they may need assistance like producing for they need assistance like producing employment prospects, finance, vocationals, training, entrepreneurs assistance, and also many more. So in contrast to businesses and all those especially businesses, they may emphasize on profit development and also shareholders value, while this which may contradict with the urgent needs of this what we call disadvantaged communities. So therefore, I'm trying to say that collaboration between businesses and also non-profits organization is a great way to learn about local issues, and this is the time to craft policies that might benefit everyone. Okay, talking about this smart partnership ecosystem you mentioned just now is to support sustainable community development for this disabled community requires careful planning, can I say that, effective communication, and also a shared commitment to inclusions for those disadvantaged communities. So our current initiative involve where we extend the invitations to representative from industry, the NGOs. We have that PPDK, and also government agencies to participate in a symposium and also conferences where we focus on these disabled individuals. So the purpose of this event is actually to provide a platform for disabled individuals or community to share their success stories. So therefore, it is essential to reach out to industries, government agency, and also NGOs through this what we call networking events, workshop, and also meetings, so that they can present the vision and also goals for the sustainable community initiative. So yes. This is the time we need to foster an environment of collaboration and also active participations by seeking inputs and also insights from potential partners in order to shape this kind of initiative. So now, as I mentioned earlier, having these collaborations where we can highlight the successful case studies, successful best practices with dissimilar initiative, so that we can achieve what we call positive outcomes for this disabled community. So we need to share compelling stories, testimonials from these disabled individuals, so that individuals, so that it can benefited from these partnerships in order to demonstrate the potential impact. What I need to highlight here is that it is important to create what we call clear metrics and also indicators to measure the impact of partnerships on the disabled communities' well-being and also empowerment and also the inclusions of these disabled communities. So can I say we need to have regularly communicate progress and also achievement with our partners, stakeholders, and the wider community to showcase the value of the value of their involvement. I think that's all from me, and I would like to share the videos that we already prepared for this forum. I think can secretary play the video?
I think we're going to play the video. One sec.
Is a town located in Kedah, Malaysia. The historical area of Lembah Bujang is situated here. Merbuk is within the Sungai Petani region of Kedah. The name Merbuk originates from the Langkasuka language term Merbuk, which means a place where proclamations are made. According to the Hikayat Merung Mahawangsa, the declaration of Islam as the official religion of Kedah took place at the Kuala Merbuk port, which was near the capital of Kedah at that time, located on Bukit Meriam. In other words, the name Pekan Merbuk has no connection to the name of the Merbuk bird in the Malay language. The Pertubuhan Pemulihan Dalam Community Merbuk is one of the NGOs located in the heart of Merbuk town. The existence of this center aims to assist persons with disabilities in transforming their life into being as capable as any other individual. In January 2023, UITM Kedah branch, through a group of lecturers, initiated an effort to help the residents of PPDK Merbuk further develop their batik potential by creating and producing their own design motif under the guidance of UITM Kedah lecturers' expertise in design. This grant project is advised and fully supported by the UITM Kedah Rector, Professor Dr. Roshima Said. She provided extensive support and guidance to enhance the grant's impact in developing PPDK Merbuk as a batik center for persons with disabilities, becoming one of the income-generating programs within PPDK Merbuk itself. Under this PPDK Merbuk grant project, UITM provides specialized training according to the expertise of each group. The UITM group consists of lecturers from the College of Creative Arts, the Department of Language and Business Management. Among the training provided is a workshop on transforming main motif into self-produced motif by OKU, persons with disabilities, trainees at PPDK. Starting with an introduction to the motif, the trainees and staff are taught how to manipulate them before they create their own design motif based on their understanding and creativity. Once the trainees and staff of PPDK Merbuk develop their design patterns, the involved lecturers will select suitable design motif to be transformed into the batik cempaka motif through digital painting using graphic software. The selected and enhanced design motif will then be used to create batik blocks for the batik chop technique. The batik blocks will be crafted by block making experts to produce intricate and high quality patterns on fabric for commercial purpose. In addition to producing batik fabric products, the lecturers will also suggest several souvenir products to expand the collection of batik cempaka products, making them more competitive and generating income through sales in the Merbuk area and the state of Kedah. These products have also gained recognition among the personnel of the Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA Malaysia, and some of them have been taken to Japan for sales, introducing batik cempaka products in Japan. Local customers, government agencies, NGOs and individuals interested in batik cempaka products have also become patrons. This project will be continued with the signing of a Memorandum of Agreement (MOA) between UITM Kedah and PPDK Merbuk to strengthen cooperation and expert consultations between UITM and trainees at PPDK Merbuk, as well as collaboration with the State and Federal Department of Social Welfare. Through this collaboration, it is hoped that more expertise sharing, technical assistance, and scientific support will be provided to help the residents of PPDK Merbuk become catalysts in generating income through batik cempaka products.
Okay, Dr. Sharifah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So I think there will be another video that we should play. Okay, that is from Dr. Ami. Okay, Secretariat.
Thank you.
It's a town located in area
Or maybe from me, the presentations, Dr. Sharifa?
Yeah,
if we still have any time.
Yeah, we can, is it from you or from the secretary?
Beli sate bulayak, minumnya dengan kopi. Beli satenya di Pantai Ampenan. MotoGP tinggal menghitung hari. Ayo para pemilik Sarunta, berikan pelayanan yang nyaman.
Terima kasih banyak Mas Menteri.
Kita semua untuk mengucapkan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa taala, Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, karena pelatihan ini sangat dibutuhkan. Sebentar lagi Sarhunta Homestay ini akan dipenuhi oleh para tamu yang akan menghadiri berbagai kegiatan, salah satunya yang terbesar adalah MotoGP. Kami dari pemerintah melalui Kemenparekraf sangat mendukung penuh pelatihan ini yang telah diberikan oleh Pak Heri dan teman-teman Politeknik Pariwisata Lombok. Parudin. Untuk MotoGP ini apakah sudah terpesan belum Sarhuntanya untuk tanggal 18 sampai 20 Maret?
Alhamdulillah sudah terpesan 1 bulan yang sudah dibuka 1 bulan yang lalu, Pak.
Alhamdulillah sudah terbooking 1 bulan yang lalu. Terbaik.
Terima kasih banyak Pak Menteri atas Zoom meetingnya dengan kami khususnya di dalam kegiatan pelatihan tata kelola Sarhunta bagi masyarakat di KIK Mandala kayak gini. Kami sekali lagi mengucapkan banyak terima kasih seluruh sivitas dan tentu masyarakat desa yang ada di Kuta ini. Kami siap tentu untuk mendukung dan menyelesaikan MotoGP yang akan dilaksanakan Maret tahun 2022. Terima kasih banyak Pak Menteri. Demikian yang kami sampaikan dari Poltekpar Lombok.
Terima kasih banyak.
Maybe I will make short conclusions. From this video, we see that the government really support how the community can be involved in the tourism. That's the part of our institution as the Tourism Polytechnic to assist them, to accompany them, to develop them, to develop the community, to get together of the development of these destinations. Thank you very much for the videos, Dr. Sharifa and all teams.
Thank you, Dr. Ami. Okay, I think Dr. Agus is back here. So maybe you can share a little bit on the strategies from your side, what you have done so far in bringing the ecosystem together.
Yes, thank you so much. Maybe I get back to the last presentations that I have. Yes. Yes, sustainability is the main words of our thinking recently about the community development, where the community itself or the program itself needs to be sustainable in the economical way and the social way and also an environmental way. So in UNRAM, now we have what we call UNRAM S-Cube Center. So S-Cube Center stands for Seoul National University. We cooperate with Seoul National University. Summit Corporations is a private company, and this is a sustainability center. So we call it S-Cube or S3. So our tagline is technology for social activisms, because it will likely focusing on the technology to help society with the economic problem and also their social problem. Please next. Next, please. Yeah, we have 2 major programs. The first one is to give direct impact to the socio-economic for the selected communities, our communities around our university. In the program, including we dispatch the students to the society, and we train, do some particular training that they needed, and skill development. We train language. we train business, we train also technology. And annually, we also do some solution to socio-economic problems. So this will involving our knowledge, know-how from the university, involving research and involving the professors, and involving the students, and also involving not only some part of them, but we want to make it this integrated to our systems in higher education. So also including the education itself. So the other program is how we want to make the framework for sustainable socio-economic development. So we use the center to be as a framework, so as a learning, as a way, as a playground to us to learn something from that. So we want to enhance the regional innovation ecosystem involving the involvement of the governments, the private sectors, and other universities, something like that. We also do training for trainers, for the professionals. We do advisory programs also for the regional planning and also the policy. Please next. This is the example of our dispatch program, not only involving Universitas Mataram students, but also involving the other students from around. We invite the students from South Korea and other students also to give some more experience to the society. That often this is kinds of unique way when we approach the society, when it is involving some like foreign students or foreign people to get involved in their problems, and trying to solve their problems. They get excited, and it also makes there's some possibilities to make our programs more sustainable is also higher. So our collaborations with the governments, then the village is also in a part of this strategy. Next, please. Yeah, we do some training in the various skill development. We do some collaborations with universities like UNAS, and also we do cooperation with Dr. Ami to train leather. We will have leather program in the future. We are trying to do together with the other university. We have a language program. We had even handcrafting or digital business program. Next, please. We also do some technical solution for the community problems using our expertise, like us, because the center is basically in a part of engineering, college of engineering. We trying to strengthen the involvement of engineering to solve the problem. So we targeted ourselves, like we have 50 technological solutions each and annually, and we deliver those technology to the society. And also with that, we are trying to seek some potential patents from that technology. We have collaborations also with the government, with also Brida, with also LIT, with my friend Mr. Muji. Also, we do this together to bring more technological solution for the society. Next, please. We in part of that, for the smart, like Dr. M strategies, also like UITM strategy, we trying to enhance, trying to strengthen the collaboration among triple helix agents. So we are trying more and more engaging with the government, engaging with the other universities, and also the private sector, which can help us to the societies as well, or for our field of expertise, and educationals also. So it will bring. I hope this will bring a good way, good best practices for us to do a sustainable programs for the community empowerment. Next, please. So we are also like fostering some strong entrepreneur talents. Like we are trains we trains the community. So for now we have like 170 alumni of the we trains digital businesses. We trains entrepreneurs. By that we want to have annually like minimum of 10 new companies that comes from the communities or also from the students. So we engage the students with the community together to bring a new idea, new solutions, or yeah, and by the end, new values to the society with the technologies and also the business. Next, please. At SORT, we want to try to do the community services, even though the community services focusing by the government is not still a little bit far from sustainability. But we want to keep that sustainability in mind, in our mind, to do community services. So this sustainability factors like economical sustainability, social sustainability, and also environmental sustainability is our approach. By just not only running the program, we research and enhance sustainability practices through a sustainability platform that was what we called that S-Cube Center previously. Next, please. So this is basically our annual event from the S-Cube Center. So we want to we plan this event starting for this semester. Yeah, because S-Cube Center is only one semester. It was inaugurated in February this year. So it is very young, and we want to seek. We want to learn from the others, and we want to see the best way to do the sustainable community development. Next, please. I think this is all that I want to share. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Agus. So I think one last questions to Dr. M. Yeah, we can see that from all the presentations, the strong ties among the ecosystem players are very important. Yeah. So do you think that university should play the role of connecting the dots, or maybe there should be an entity that will look at that will look at the ecosystem players, the stakeholders, and play the role of connecting them.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Fifi. I think before I'm answering your questions on connecting between two different parties, I think the narrative must be right. Okay, looking into what actually we can offer. As the higher learning institution, I think we must go to the very fundamental question, which looking into the role of the management. Our management is supporting the narrative of developing a sustainable community project. But in our case, in UiTM, luckily, our yang berbahagia, our Datuk Vice Chancellor, Datuk VC, our TNC were really supporting the idea of developing a sustainable community project. Okay, and another issue that we need to probably highlight in terms of resources. Are we ready in terms of resources? Do we have funding? Do you have money? The moment we're talking about community project, definitely money is there. So it must everything involve money. So our funding, is it ready to support the implementations of any project of high impact community project? Is it the mechanism that we have provide the right platform of reward and recognition? Are we have that system that allow to rewarding any effort, any individual who put times and energy involving with community project? Okay. And then I think another issue that we need to highlight is in terms of a human expert. are we considered sufficient enough to have the what you call expert in terms of community development? I think I'm agree what Prof. Roshima mentioned in terms of crafting, which crafting community skill based, community skill based, which we need to identify the right talents to involve with the community project. Not everyone, not all academic actually have what you call a true heart involving with community project. The very what you call exhausted work, required passionate determination to involve with the community. But to understand further in terms of to what extent actually we can providing some supporting ecosystems, I think looking into what we have done in ICAN office, we're actually promoting a very comprehensive ecosystem whereby we providing a grant for universities, which we closely working with the Timbalan Lab Chancellor of the Research and Innovations. We providing grant internally to all our researchers that focus on community development research, which luckily last year we managed to get in total of grant 255,000 ringgit, which we managed to awarded 18 projects throughout our system. And we also must provide some university ecosystem, which provide reward and recognition, like I mentioned just now. Luckily, at this point of time, we managed to map our what you call high impact community project with the promotional and reward towards the individual who involved with community project. Okay, in our system we call it my ATP lah. Okay, and we also have some sharing experts, dialogue with involving forums. Even we have workshops continuously. We have engaging with all PTJ, what you call all branch campus and faculty and colleges throughout our system. Okay, so at least to embed it to give increase some awareness about how to develop high impact community project. Okay, and most importantly, when talking about bridging, so I think the next slide I will share is how our office bridge with industry, or more specifically with the stakeholder, with the potential talents in our system. Okay, as you know, we have a very big experts. We have more than 18,000 of staff, so we have that strength. Okay, for example, in this case, we have project from Celcom Digi with one of the huge industry in Malaysia, which we managed to get secure grant in total amount more than 500,000. Okay, which we call it DG Celcom Digi Young Digital Inventors Program. Next, and we also managed to get grant with the next slide, which coming from Maxis. This one we managed to secure grant 120,000. Okay, next. And this one with Maybank Foundations, we secure grant with 134,000. And next. And this one is another project with government agencies. But prior to this kind of grant, we actually benefiting the expert within our internal parties, which we identify which expert that we can probably bring along with, that we can tag along with the requirement from the sponsorship. Okay, so here our another project with the prominent industry with Pfizer Malaysia. We have Maybank, we have other local like Lazada, we have from our SSM, which provide and tackling very unique project focusing on single mother involving with entrepreneurship. Okay, next. And this is also another project that we secure grant last year. We managed to have Do Good Challenge. What unique about this project? We involve students in creating or designing what you call community project base. So we are leading the students to involve with the community project by having this fund, which in total grant we received 1.8 million ringgit. Okay, so this benefiting throughout the our campus in Peninsular Malaysia. Next. So we managed to go throughout our Malaysians by having our Siri Jelajah. And next, our second season, we managed to secure grant in total 1.3 million. So this is will be upcoming project that we have, also benefiting of our what you call members, students throughout the system involving in our Sabah and Sarawak campuses. Okay, next. And this one is another project with government agency which involved with special community, which we work closely with one of government agency we known as Jabatan Kebajikan Malaysia. Next. Next, okay, this is another project which we helps on the providing some basic skill of entrepreneurship. Okay, we call it 2 YEP programs. Okay, next. And this is another project we focus on very what they call vulnerable community. We focus among the stateless community, which we work closely with one NGOs known as Buku Jalanan Chowkit. So this one near at the KL Center. So that's another project that we work with NGOs. Next, I think that. Okay, this is another project. This one is a recent project. Last 2 week, we just recently back from the Lombok, Nusa Tenggara Barat. We met Dr. Rosa, Dr. Agus, Dr. Irwan, and also Pak Muji. So this is another project. We would bring our expert from the college engineering through the Lombok by sharing some expert which we involve with the what you call the program of the Nusa Tenggara Barat Youth Science Camp 2023. And we hope this kind of project will be continuous and sustained, which we dealing with the BRIDA, which we call it BRIDA as what do you call it? BRIDA, one of the Center of Research and Innovation in Lombok. Okay, which also we will get full support from the what do you call Governor Lombok. Yeah, we can see that both our deputy governor and also governor also officiating involved with the closing ceremony. The next slide. Alright, this one is our Governor Lombok, which yang terhormat Dr. Haji Zulkifli Mansyah, the Governor of Provinsi NTB. Okay, next. And this is another project. Seems the same project with the NTB. Okay, next. I think that's all from you, our ICAN. So I think it's sufficient enough to share with all the audience and also the panelists. Thank you, Dr. Fifi. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. M. So I think we're done with all the questions. So we will move to the Q&A session. Yeah. I will look at the comments. Okay. Yeah. So there is one question here. Okay. What are the potential unintended consequences of community empowerment initiatives and how they can be mitigated? Maybe we can get Prof. Roshima to answer this question first. Is there any unintended consequences?
Unintended consequences of community empowerment initiative and how so far in my case I think there is no unintended consequences of community empowerment. I think there is all the positive consequences from this project. I couldn't find any unintended consequences. I think maybe we pass to other
Okay. All right. Maybe Mr. Muji from your side.
Based on our experience, there is like jealousy between the community. That's what we face lots of time, because when we bring a program to one village, then the other will like tend to jealous and like give a bad comment. And sometimes that's why we initiate to approach them. So when we see jealousy, then we go there and offering the help. That's what we do to prevent that kind of thing. So especially in the big community, when you have a small number of staff and a lot of eyes looking at you, and some may be jealous with your program. Not jealous to you, but jealous to that community that you touch. So that's what unintended consequences that we face based on our experience.
All right. Okay. Nice sharing, Mr. Muji. What about Dr. Irwan? Is there any unintended consequences that you face? Dr. Irwan, you are muted.
Okay, thank you. As far the program that I have done, everything smoothly. So until now, I didn't find some the unintended consequence because this program is good for the local people, and local people knows the disaster potential in this area, and they say thank you, and they are really uh, uh, excited to join our program.
Mm.
I
I
think
think the
so.
most important thing when we want to approach the community is actually to be able to educate them to come up with awareness how this program can benefit the community. Do you agree with me, Dr. Ami?
Yes, I think so.
Yes,
Dr. Ami?
yes, I think I agree with you, Ibu. And here maybe I think the same with we also never find the unintended consequences, but to bridge what Mr. Muji said that for jealousies. For these years, we are Polytechnic Pariwisata Lombok built not only for specialized for super priority destination Mandalika, but also for its region in all this province. That's why we collaborate with the government, which area we would like to develop and assistance we have to make priority to develop the community. So we collaborate with the government to decide which one and what program that we will develop together. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ami. So maybe, Dr. Agus, you can probably advise maybe one tip before we want to approach the community, what we should do actually. Can you give us one tip on this?
Yeah, based on our experience, we want to approach the communities that we have. Maybe we have the solution for. We are thinking about the solutions of their problem. So we need to make sure that the problems and the solution are fit for them and benefit for them. Yeah, I think we need to broadcast the informations as wide as possible to make a good understanding between our program and their needed. I think so.
All right, thank you, Dr. Agus. So do we have any more questions, Secretariat? Okay, no more questions. And I think that we already reached 12:38 now. So I would like to thank to all the panels for your sharing today. But before that, let me conclude first. Okay, so from the discussions here, I can conclude that higher education institutions actually have an important roles in the implementation of sustainability. First, through teaching and research, we can improve sustainability by project development and incorporation of sustainability principles across disciplines. And then from outreach activities, number three, institutional culture of sustainability increases the awareness of not only to university staff, the locals, and also broader communities. And then high education institutions are responsible for the formation of next generation professionals, which will have a decisive impact on their different professional contexts and social engagement. And the last one, by implementing sustainable campus practices, for example, promote biodiversity, efficient use of energy, and also reduce the ecological footprint. So with this, I thank all the panels for joining us today. Thank you also to all the participants today. And personally, I think that I learned so much from the panels, and believe that this is an eye opener to all of us, especially academicians. Traditionally, we used to teach and conduct research, but things have changed now, and social contributions have become parts and parcels of our daily jobs. So, thank you, everyone, and do not forget to join the second series of International Discourse this afternoon at 2 p.m. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you
Waalaikumsalam
so much.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank
M,
you.
Dr. Rashima, Dr. Dr. Agus, Dr. Nirwan, and Dr. Nirwan.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Syarifah, Mahathir, Prof. Roshima, Dr. Agus, and Dr. Anirosa. Thank you so much, Prof. Muri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.